recognized symbol of excellence for your entertainment.
Welcome to Machino Music, the show that puts the music in Machino music, with your host, me, Brett Strong. Today on Machino Music, it's Megadeth album ranking. You know, peace sells, but who's buying? Good afternoon, everybody. Megadeth album ranking, that's what we're doing here. Megadeth are one of my all-time favorite bands. Just such a great band. Dave Mustaine, I would say, is actually probably one of my personal heroes. I mean, he's a funny guy, he's intelligent, and a great songwriter, and inspirational. I mean, the guy's a cancer survivor, throat cancer, of all things, a guy who sings for a living. And, you know, he always had that gravelly voice, but still sounds great. Now, I'm just going to say, I'm just going to rank the ones that I have physical copies of, because there's a few albums, like after Endgame, that I never got copies of. Probably should have, but I didn't. Those albums are United Abominations, A System Has Failed, 13, Super Collider, and Dystopia. I've heard all of them. The songs I like on them, just for whatever reason I never bought them. So I thought, I just want to, I don't want to keep holding my hand up and showing, so I just rank the ones that I just have physical copies of. I'm also missing Cryptic Writings. That one, I mean, by the time I figured I should probably get it, I could never find it. And to find a copy online, it's just, sometimes it's can't be bothered. So that's what we're doing here. I'm just going to rank the ones that I have physical copies of. And that's just what we're going to do it. Okay? So, Megadeth album ranking, let's go with this. Starting at the bottom, Risk. Talk about a risk. I bought this album brand new. This is the original, this isn't the remastered. Tried to make it sound better, but kind of what's done is done. Couldn't really make it sound that much better. I was just really starting to get back into metal at the time this album came out, and getting back into Megadeth, because the first Megadeth song I ever heard was Go to Hell off the Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey soundtrack. I love that. Great. One of my favorite Megadeth tunes. Love it. And then I was starting to get back into them and started picking up some of the albums, and then this one was brand new. It's wow, this is not good. What are they trying to do here? And talk about a risk. The only song I really like on it is Time the End, because there's Time the Beginning. You see. So they do Time the End. And they're the 11th and 12th track on the album. But Time the End is only 2 minutes and 26 seconds. So it's the only song that's halfway decent, and it's the shortest song in the album. So the hell with that. But I mean, Prince of Darkness, not bad. I mean, it was on this greatest hits here. Crush 'Em was their attempt at doing a sports anthem. Didn't work, although they did get it onto, I remember hearing it on an NHL hockey game broadcast. So they were successful in getting it, actually playing it on the intro to a game, but no, it doesn't sound like Megadeth. It's not a good tune. And it's just, but yeah, I mean, usually, if you're ranking the entire catalog, this one usually comes out at the bottom. Next, I'm going to go with The World Needs a Hero. This one's not bad. Actually has one of my favorite Megadeth tunes on it, the song Moto Psycho. Great. Love it. That's a great tune. You see that stuck in my head all the time. Also got Recipe for Hate, War Horse. Not a bad tune. Dread and the Fugitive Mind, don't mind that one. Return to Hangar, which is a sequel to Hangar 13, one of their legendary tracks. Yeah, not bad. A lot of lineup changes during this time. This is when I really started changing. Like, I mean, Megadeth had always had like different lineup changes, but it's almost always been Dave Mustaine, David Ellefson. Although David Ellefson now is in some hot water, out of the band because of some naughty things he did online. We don't need to talk about that, but got himself into some trouble, and all right, we're distancing ourselves from you, pal. But we don't need to talk about that. But anyway, yeah, not a bad album. Dig it. On the back, they look like CIA agents. Yeah, but yeah, Motorcycle is probably the real standout for me on this album. Not bad. Next, I'm gonna go with the debut. Killing is my business, and business is good. Good start, good introduction. I mean, Dave Mustaine had just been kicked out of Metallica, and this was sort of his revenge. Like, I'll show you. I may like this more than the first Metallica album, Kill 'Em All. And I mean, I love Kill 'Em All. I love the first 3 Metallica albums, probably my favorite Metallica albums. But this one, I think I might just like a little bit more. Although the reason why it kind of ranks is like it's a start. Like it's not quite Megadeth yet. Although the title track, Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good, one of my favorite Megadeth tunes. Love that. It's so heavy. Rattlehead I like. Mechanics, which is the Metallica song The Four Horsemen. How it was originally supposed to be heard, I guess. But yeah, I mean, the guitar playing on this. I mean, Chris Poland was a fantastic guitar player. Great guitar player, and was, on those first few Megadeth albums. Gar Samuelson on the drums. Yeah. Good introduction to the band, but they've done better. Alright, next I'm going to go the most recent album that just was released in 2022. The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead. A real return to form here. This is good. I haven't really had it long enough to really know where it ranks, but I really dig this. This has got some great tunes. The title track is great. Life in Hell, awesome. Great song. Such a heavy riff. Love that. Night Stalkers is cool. I believe that's a song that has Ice-T rapping on it. Yeah, they make it work. I mean, he was in a metal band. The Body Count was like a metal band, so, he fits into that metal world. We'll Be Back, Mission to Mars, yeah, some great tunes on here. And I love that album cover. Vic Rattlehead in his various forms. Yeah. Kind of a dystopian cowboy here. Kind of a response to the pandemic, this album was. Yeah, just dig it. Good return to form. Next up, I'm going to go Endgame. This is a pretty good album. This has got some great tunes on it. At the time, this was kind of a return to form. I remember reading an article that with Dave Mustaine, where just before it was about to be released, he said, we're going, back to, really doing the thrash thing. And there's some great tunes on here. I mean, Head Crusher is one of my favorite Megadeth tunes. That song is so heavy. When I first heard that song, I was like, whoa, what is this? This is insane. This is Megadeth. This is what, it might be the only one still doing this kind of music. It was like that. I was like, this is insane. Heavy. Love that tune. A couple other tunes on here are great. This Day We Fight. 1320. The Hardest Part of Letting Go. The Right to Go Insane. Yeah. Dig it. Dave on the back. Really the only one, because again, the band was changing all the time. I mean, there's a different lineup on here. Each album kind of had a different lineup. Starting in ones after this kind of became Dave Mustaine's solo albums. But yeah, this one's so good. Okay, next up, Peace Sells, But Who's Buying? This might be a little controversial that it is where it is. But, you know, I mean, this is a great album. It makes the top of a lot of people's Megadeth. It's like a you know, like the defining album. And, I mean, it is great. I mean, there's some great tunes on here. I mean, Wake Up Dead, awesome. One of my favorite Megadeth tunes. Good Morning. Spelled like morning. We are in mourning. Not good morning, San Diego. Black Friday. Yeah. Great tunes on here. And of course the title track, Peace Sells, But Who's Buying? Which I think is hilarious. Talk about Dave Mustaine's sense of humor. Woodstock 99. That fiasco, that huge disaster of a festival. Megadeth performed. They played Peace Sells, But Who's Buying? Just Dave Mustaine just like, I'm gonna put that knife in and I'm gonna just twist it around a little bit. Hurt your feelings. Didn't know you had any feelings. Because this is stupid, this festival. And of course it turns into chaos. So yeah, who is buying? So brilliant. I thought that was just like so cool on their part. But yeah, this is a great album. I mean, but what do I rank ahead of it? I gotta go So Far So Good, So What? I dig this album. I mean, the opening, the instrumental, Into the Lungs of Hell. Great intro. Mary Jane I was really like. Set the World Afire is awesome. In My Darkest Hour. Hook and Mouth I really like. 502 is great. Liar. Pretty much the only song I don't like on this album is their cover of Anarchy in the UK. The Sex Pistols song. Just kind of obvious. I mean, a lot of metal bands have covered that tune. And, you know, it's a punk tune. But I don't know. It just doesn't work. It's just funny because it's so obvious. And I just never was a huge fan of that. I mean, I like the Sex Pistols version. But I just found all the covers of it were just always kind of just uninspired. It's just one of those tunes that just like, it just doesn't work when other bands cover it. For me, for whatever reason. But really, just about everything else on this album is great. Also, the Soul album with Jeff Young on guitar. There's Jeff Young. But yeah, this is a good album. I really, really like this one. Used to listen to that one a ton. Yeah. Next up, Countdown to Extinction. This is great. I mean, we're starting to get to the top here. I mean, this is like prime Megadeth. Skin of My Teeth, Symphony of Destruction, Architecture of Aggression, one of my favorite Megadeth tunes. Love that riff. Closure of a Dream, the title track. Psychotron, love Psychotron. Ashes in Your Mouth, yeah. That's a great album closer. Love it. Yeah, just such a cool album. Got this old man floating on the front. And then you got this, you got Vic Rattlehead counting the heads. The countdown has begun. And yeah, this is such a good album. The playing on this, so good. Marty Friedman was a guitar player. And Marty Friedman, like, just recently came back with the band, did a few shows. And it just, that guy, him and Dave trading licks, fantastic. Love it. I mean, this was like the classic band. You had Nick Menza on drums. Dave Lefson still on bass. And you got Marty Friedman. I mean, just that combination, that's like the classic lineup. It's like this album. So great. We're in the top two, everybody. Just talking about that lineup. Gotta go Rust in Peace. This was the first with the lineup, the classic lineup, and it's just like, man, this is good. I mean, this could just be a perfect album. I mean, it's just Holy War is the Punishment Due. Hangar 18. I said 13 earlier. I don't know what's wrong. I rocks in my head. But yeah, Hangar 18. Take No Prisoners. Love that tune. Five Magics. Lucretia. Tornado of Souls. Great. What an really cool riff on that. Interesting riff on that too. And I always really like that guitar riff. The title track, Rust in Peace, Polaris. Yeah. Just so good. Top to bottom, this album is great. Yeah, I just love it. Rust in Peace, classic album cover. But what is my number one? My number one is Euthanasia. Might be a surprise if people just kind of going maybe a little bit of a commercial sound, but I just dig this album. There's so many songs, and sometimes, like I've said before on this, sometimes all it takes is that one song, or maybe those couple of songs, to put an album just a little bit higher up for you. And for me, Train of Consequences, absolutely love that tune, that chugging riff. I've always been into that tune. So that's kind of what puts that one up, this album up a bit for me, is that tune. Also love Reckoning Day, awesome opening track, great song. Blood of Heroes is another one of my favorite Megadeth tunes and favorite song on this album. I mean, it's just like, I remember like once I was listening to the album, I just kept listening to Blood of Heroes over and over again. I just couldn't stop listening to it. I have something about that song, I just love that tune. Love, just so good. I Thought I Knew It All. Addicted to Chaos. Love that tune. Love the intro, the big drum intro, so cool. Yeah, there's just like a handful of songs in here that I absolutely love, and that's what, just puts it up to the top for me as my favorite Megadeth album. Creepy album cover, an old lady hanging babies from the clothesline. Because, that's just what you do. You're not just gonna hang the diapers up, just put the whole baby. But yeah, fantastic album. Just love it. My favorite Megadeth album. So there you go, Megadeth album ranking. The best I could rank, just of the ones that I have physical copies of. I don't know how I would rank they'd probably be in this, probably some more towards the bottom, the ones that I don't have. So if I was ranking those, just probably, they'd be ahead of Risk, let me tell you. But yeah, just ranking the ones that I have physical copies of here to show. And that's how I like the Megadeth catalog. If you like it differently, that's perfectly okay. And if you're a fan, I hope you enjoyed this.
Er is nu, nee, snart, snart, dus een eigen die nieuws, nou, ik zie op z'n